a small group of 7 or 8 people got together and said, let's do a memorial to the Holocaust. They came to me and they said, would you be the creator of the Holocaust Memorial? So I said yes, but I would have 2 conditions. One is it has to be a strong statement. It can't be something weak or ineffective. And that's a big commitment. And the second is that I be in charge completely. You have nothing to do about it. It's not a committee that's going to design the memorial. So Norman Braman said, I'll accept those 2 things if you accept one. He says, you got to stay within the budget. So I said, fine. And they left me alone. And I had $2 million and a dream. Mexico was one of the few places in the world that do monumental sculptures. So we went to Mexico City, and I got them to do the memorial. And Helene and I spent 5 years, day and night, did nothing else but design and build the memorial. That was 5 years of my life. We went every day to the foundry. The foundry was on 2 square blocks, giant high ceilings, hammering, noise, pollution, smoke, fire, anything you can think of, but it was powerful. And it was my inspiration to work in that condition. It gave me the courage to make something important because it was powerful. Well, I wasn't sitting by a lake with swans. I was sitting in the middle of hammering and banging and fire and gloom. And the amazing thing is, if I look back at the photographs of the memorial being built in Mexico, it looked like the Holocaust. And I designed the memorial as what I call love and anguish. The anguish was, how do you feel like you're about to die? You're going into a crematorium and everyone's going to die. But then there's some love. Mothers were holding their babies. Brothers were helping their brothers. Sisters were helping their mother. So there must have been a tremendous love going on during the Holocaust. I wanted to make something beautiful in honor of beautiful people, because the Holocaust didn't kill 6 million individuals, it killed a whole civilization. A civilization rich in literature, rich in music, rich in religiosity. It was a fabulous civilization that was destroyed. So I wanted to make a park, something beautiful. I designed a reflection pool. I put water lilies surrounded with trees, and I have an arbor with bougainvillea. So I tried to combine not only the history, but the beauty as a memorial to those people who died. They deserve a nice place. There's no cemetery for them. They were put into pits and mass graves with no cemetery. It wasn't easy to build it. Miami Beach, we had a problem. Next to the memorial is the Miami Beach Garden Center. And they were up in arms when they were told that a group of Jews want the city to build a memorial to a Jewish event, the Holocaust, on land next to them. The city of Miami Beach has a meeting at night, and 2 sides come. The Garden Center brings their people. Here's a picture of it, it's horrible. And the survivors said, wait a minute, this is my arm, this is my number, you gotta do it. And then it went down to a lady who was a beautiful lady, Fishko, and she got up and she had her arm amputated. She only had one arm. And she said that she was a violin virtuoso as a teenager, and she traveled Poland and gave concerts. And she met a pianist, a young man, who also was great, and they got married as teenagers. And they traveled in concerts in Eastern Europe. And during the Holocaust, the Nazis, she said, amputated my arm and my husband's arm, so he could never play the piano and I could never play the violin. And then she said, and it was hush, no one talked. And she held up the picture of the memorial, and she said, "This is going to give me my arm back." So the mayor said, "We're going to build a Holocaust Memorial." That's how the memorial got started.